Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be watching YouTube videos. Now we'll put it in order or else I'll forget. Oh, what's this? So, spoiled girl becomes homeless.
Bella, do you have homework? Huh?
No.
Guys, I need your help. Curly hair or straight hair? What are we doing?
Is that all you have is reading?
No, I don't have to read I read in class every day.
But you're gonna read anyways.
So we're back in progress. You can see it's 1:34. So let's get that out of here. Let's continue.
All of you remember this girl. I love to shop, I love to go.
Let's continue watching this video. No, make my face disappear. You guys want? But what? Okay, how come I can't? Give me a second. So, there we go. My face is so tiny. Okay. I'm going to listen to some line.
Okay, and do your homework.
Okay.
Oh, I love to buy nice things. I mean, I get whatever I want. We're doing a part 2. Okay, I know I've been doing a lot of this girl gets what she deserves. But today, she actually gets what she deserves. If you guys didn't watch part 1, I will leave a link in the description below. Check it out first before you watch this. So recap, we got this nasty little girl here. 17 years old and takes money from her boyfriend and her mom.
What happens when you ask your boyfriend Tyler for money and he says no?
I start yelling, screaming, throwing things.
How many credit cards do you have? 17. And do you owe money on all 17?
All of them are maxed out completely.
Irresponsible, lazy, does not work for anything she owns. And she blames it on her mom for raising a worthless piece of shit.
You went to Disney World, it's like the happiest place on earth, and you were upset because you didn't get fined 90.
Yeah, my mom was eating a fish fillet and I pushed it in her face. I don't really care.
Today, they're gonna take her someplace on vacation to Vegas.
I have a surprise for you. What? I'm gonna take you to Las Vegas for Vegas Girls Night Out. Pack your...
She's 17. I went to Vegas when I was 17. I was miserable. You can't do anything in Vegas when you're 17.
Pack your bags. This is gonna be an adventure you're never gonna forget. Okay. Bye. Bye.
She's so excited, like, hell yeah! Dr. Billy's so dumb. He's gonna take me to Vegas. Oh, we're gonna go on a shopping spree and shit.
It's time.
It's all glittery and lit up.
There's a beautiful Louis Vuitton store right there.
Oh my gosh, it's so gorgeous.
Whose money are you gonna spend this time?
Ready? Oh, wait.
You said that one of your biggest fears was what would happen if you ended up on the streets.
Oh, please! Please! Please tell me they are gonna leave her ass there!
Biggest fears was what would happen if you ended up on the streets. And tonight, I just went you out to the streets so you could see the reality of what happens out here.
That smile face.
That if you're like that girl, you're gonna get tested like that for sure. For sure. I'm telling you, you're gonna get tested. If you're like that girl that everybody knows that the rich girl is at school now and like we could get her. We could like take all her money away. We just have to be friends with her. Go to her summer parties and go to her house. Just like that. They could take away your money. And you will be the rich girl. So try not to get rich. You don't have to be rich. They say happiness comes from money, but no, it doesn't. People say happiness does. Because you could only buy things with it. The only thing that you could buy with your happiness is your love. Exactly how you find a boyfriend. If you don't want a boyfriend, then get rich. If you do want a boyfriend, just have the amount of money that everybody has in the whole world.
Did it real quick.
What would happen if you ended up on the streets?
Not in the whole world. In a few.
And tonight, I just went you out to the streets so you could see the reality.
Thank the limo driver and
so?
Pretty good. I'm scared. I don't know what that is in that cup.
I don't know what it is in that cup. Girl, that's the least of your problems. Who gives a shit what's in that cup? It's either money or purple drink. Whatever the hell that is. Or maybe it's just straight up water.
What's in the cups?
That was chili.
That was chili? You were grossed out. You're like, what is that? That's someone's meal.
Bitch, it's some damn chili. She looking at it like, oh, what is that? They eat like dog food out here.
What's in the cups? That's someone's meal.
Oh no! I thought we were gonna go to a hotel and have catering and shit. Why are we sitting on the streets? She's so upset right now.
She's like that much into that. You can see where I'm pointing this everywhere, like putting it in the middle of her face. Shouldn't be doing that. Shouldn't. I shouldn't. Okay, let's get back.
That could be the only meal that they have for the day.
I want to go home. I miss my mom.
I miss my mom. Hold up.
Yeah, my mom was eating a fish fillet and I pushed it in her face.
Damn, looks like the tables have turned. Mommy's gone. Like she hasn't even been out on the streets for half an hour. And she already crying for her mom.
I want to go home. I miss my mom.
People build tents of whatever they can get. There's someone in there. What does it smell like? Poverty?
Must smell familiar when mommy and boyfriend dump you on your ass in the streets.
Wanna have a seat?
No.
Next, we're watching Extra Spicy or Worse Marriage. I like to watch interesting, and I'm curious
Why
about
won't you have a seat?
People
weird things.
might have urinated on that. I hate it here. It disgusts me. There's like trash everywhere. There's like trash everywhere.
Man, I feel bad for that bus stop. This is the only trash I see.
Seat?
No.
Why won't you have a seat?
People might have urinated on that.
So she would sit on a public toilet at the club. She won't sit at a bus stop.
You said you were up for this adventure, so let's go. We're gonna walk that direction.
They've barely been here an hour. This isn't even the worst part of Vegas. I've driven past here, and this place is like really quiet.
We're gonna walk that direction.
I don't want to walk that way. It's not safe.
It's not safe. I really wish.
That's mine.
Put it in grandma or grandpa's room.
They left her by herself. Like she has a camera guy with her and she has a lady walking with her. Like why couldn't y'all leave her on the street corner by herself in the middle of nowhere? What is she gonna do? Take her damn phone too. That's what I wanna see.
Let's see what happened when she saw where she would be spending the night.
Damn, so the night just started. They haven't done anything but take a walk.
Waiting for a fight to break out. Waiting for someone to shoot.
Spending the night. She's gonna spend the night over there. Like, do you see homeless people? Why don't you help them?
Girl, ain't nobody gonna waste a bullet on you.
Hello.
Hi.
What are you doing?
I don't know, being homeless. It's a bit hard information.
Why?
Where I could go get somewhere to stay.
I'm not giving you my card information. You're sitting in the spot. You stay there.
Damn, her boyfriend's in on it too. Like, bitch, you gotta be homeless. You gotta stay homeless. I'm not giving you no card info. This girl doesn't even have her own card. Like, if they're not paying for stuff, she ain't got shit. She doesn't have anything. But I'm good. I'm glad he manned the phone from her. I don't know why they let her keep her phone.
Hey, I'm sitting on his side of the road in a sleeping bag.
Oh, in a sleeping bag.
Does it make you happy, mad? What?
Oh, I would be devastated.
Her mom's probably like, ooh, dumb bitch, you finally get what you deserve.
That's exactly what she deserved. She acts like she's a little princess, but now see what little princess she's gonna be into dirty trash, and maybe she's gonna live on the streets.
Like, oh my god, you have to sleep in a sleeping bag? Like, some of these people are on the cold, hard concrete. You get a sleeping bag. Wow.
Oh, in a sleeping bag. Oh, I would be devastated.
No, not. Oh my gosh, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. You're like a straight up idiot.
Girl, you were in a sleeping bag on the side of the street and you called your mom an idiot. What the? You see how rude she is to her mom? Who talks to their mother like this? You called your mom an idiot.
You're an idiot. You're an idiot. You're like a straight up idiot.
Like, her mom buys her so much shit. She bought her a car. And you're gonna, like, straight up just talk to your mom like that?
You're an idiot. You're an idiot. You're like a straight up idiot.
Wow, I didn't mean like a luxury sleeping bag. I meant like literally a sheet on the floor. You're an idiot.
No, 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 no.
You're an idiot. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. You're an idiot.
Oh, I would be
I can't stand to see somebody treat their mom like this.
I don't want to do this. I want to shower. I'm not staying out here. It's too cold. And I want to go home. How are you going to get home from here? I'll go get an Uber. I'll go to the hotel, grab my bag, and go to the airport. I don't care. I'm selfish. I'm leaving.
Girl, really? She couldn't do it. Just like, come on, one night, man. It's one night. That's it. I'm getting an Uber. I'm leaving. I can't do this anymore. It's too cold. I gotta wash this damn cake off my face. I mean, they didn't even give me cake.
Screw it.
Sherilyn, once you cross the street, it's gonna get more dangerous.
Okay.
Hey, are you sure you want to walk down that way? I don't care.
So they just keep walking. She wants to leave. Wow, okay, they actually went to like a 7-Eleven, got some hot cocoa, right? Oh, and some snacks. Totally what homeless people do, right? Like even this girl, who's supposed to be making her sleep the night outside. Damn, even she babies her. She gave her her blanket. She's like, okay, you gonna leave, you know what? Let's go get hot cocoa. Let's go get some snacks. Please, just stay. Just sit down on the sidewalk. After more than an hour of resisting, Sherilyn returns to her sleeping bag and settles in. Is she actually gonna do it though?
That good? Alright.
Damn, they baby the hell out of her. She's like, I ain't doing this. Give me a luxury sleeping bag. Look, they upgraded her sleeping bag. She accumulated enough bitching points to upgrade her sleeping bag. Like she had like a sheet before. It's alright, you got LTE. You could check Facebook, Instagram. This is how you do it. Whoa, it's the morning now.
Give me just 5 words of how you would describe what happened last night. I don't know, it's cool and felt lonely.
Lonely. You have a camera guy and you have the girl with you and y'all just chilling.
If you were talking to one of your friends and you would describe this experience, how would you describe it to them?
No shit. Now if you want to make sure you don't become homeless, let's start by getting a job. Apologizing to mom for being a rotten piece of shit. I don't know what happens next. Maybe she learns her lesson, maybe she doesn't.
In the 4 years that I've been with Sherilyn, I've at least given her $100,000. I've taken out several loans for Sherilyn to help pay for the bills.
So her mom has spent over 100K on her. And her boyfriend too. Her boyfriend spent over 100K on her. What the hell?
People are just so messed up.
Where was all this money going? Lipsticks? Bitch don't even wear lipstick half the time.
I blame Joey. She never disciplined Sherilyn.
So her boyfriend blames her mom too for never disciplining her. That's where you come in. Because boyfriends, they can discipline you just as good as parents can. But the problem is, he doesn't tell her no either. He's just like, yeah, baby, sure. Sure, I'll buy you this. You want a $50,000 ring? Hell yeah.
Sick of being broke at this point. I don't even know if it's gonna work with us.
That sucks, man. Imagine spending $100,000 on your relationship and then it ends up not working out.
We had a little bit to spare to go out and do some things, to go out and eat and do all that. Every day she wanted to go out and do something, and we couldn't afford it.
I feel like that's what happens when you first start dating somebody. You go out to eat every single day. Like, there's nothing else to do. What else is there to do? Just sit at home, watch Netflix? You go out to
That she couldn't even get her hands on.
If she couldn't get her hands on the money, be like, okay, yeah, bitch, go out. Go to a steakhouse, baby. Maybe I'll buy you a Louis Vuitton bag. Is that okay?
Y'all need to stop playing victims over here.
You need to be quiet.
I don't have access to your account. I don't have access to your...
You see that look in his eye? He about to strangle her. And her mom over here defending her? Like, yeah, that's my girl. She doesn't have access to your account. Well, she's just sitting here shitting on both of them.
You simply don't reward bad behavior. You don't reward bad behavior.
Hell yeah. Can I get a hell yeah? If somebody is gonna be an ungrateful, do not give them money for being an ungrateful piece of shit. It's like the basic rules of life. This girl has never been punished in her life. Besides, I mean, like the homeless thing that they just did, but that's literally her
She gon' get it. That's a hamburger. Let's watch this one.
This is your brain when you enjoy a sweet night's sleep on a Nectar mattress. This is your brain when you sleep on a regular mattress. While Nectar mattresses' unique technology provides you with a good, solid sleep, which is much needed for your brain to properly function. Not getting enough sleep can actually hurt your brain. Research proves that a lack of sleep lowers brain function, causing symptoms like inability to concentrate, excessive
it's your girl Hyunny, and today I'm gonna be eating the 4 times spicy fire noodle, also known as mara buldak 볶음면. So let's dig in, cause I'm so hungry. Boil, 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 boil. Okay, so now that the water is boiling, I'm gonna put in the noodles and the flakes together. This one you have to put the flakes in with the noodles. So 1, 2, 3.
Do you remember this? Yeah, that's Michael Jackson.
4.
Michael 3.
And the flakes.
What is it?
1.
You don't remember it? Iron Man. Another one bites the dust.
4. The direction does say you have to leave 8 spoonfuls of water and then stir it for 30 seconds, but I'm not gonna do that and just strain all the water out so that we can see dry land. Almost ready. Are you guys ready? Alright. Have my little pan here. Then dry land, here we come.
The video has been written.
Let's smell it first. Oh, it does smell a little bit different. It does have that like Chinese food smell, if you guys know what I'm talking about. Like, you know, kind of like that herby smell a little bit.
I like it like this.
So mala is a Chinese type of spice. That means numb spice. So this is a bit of a different kind of spice than the nuclear fire noodles and the regular spicy fire noodles, I believe. But we'll see.
Why don't you use scissors? Why does she use scissors?
3. Ah. 4. 1、2、3、4. I think the color is a little bit darker than the nuclear fire noodles. It seems a little bit like dark red. Okay, I gotta get all the sauce in. Ta-da! You guys ready? Still so hot. Ready?
Enesaki arigato kawaii. Hey, you. I look so.
It has a bit of like a cilantro-y taste. Not really. I don't really know how to describe it, but I don't think it's as spicy as the nuclear fire noodles. And that's what the Korean mukbangers were saying, that this isn't as spicy, but it's supposed to be 4 times spicy fire noodles. So we'll see. Actually, you know, people try it for the first time and they try one noodle and they're like, it's not as spicy as, you know, everyone else on YouTube is saying. But if you actually eat like 3 or 4, it gets spicier as it goes. Right now, it's like the perfect amount of spice for me.
Hello there. Are you sleeping on a Nectar mattress or are you sleeping on a piece of garbage? Not sure? Simply ask your...
Nuclear fire noodles, it actually burns. If you take don't take the juice out. She's rushing to eat that. She is like seriously rushing to eat that.
It's not numbing yet.
Right here, right now. Go! Right now, go!
It is getting a little bit spicier now.
After let's do the hot Cheeto challenge, I made one video but I didn't post it because it was on my iPod and my iPod doesn't work now. So there's one like haven't we watched Jake Paul eating chili con carne? This is watching these are like
Eu corto a câmera aqui de baixo. Textura boa, viu, gente? E vamos ver como ficou já. Ai, será que foi? Eu não sei cortar tanto reto. Quero cortar mais curto.
I'm gonna mess it up.
Toda vez que eu olho pra cá, assim, dá merda, sabe? Não vou nada, tipo, eu gosto até mais agora. Ai, gente. Eu não sei se é isso que eu quero pra vida. Ai, ela tá com... Eu queria meu estilo, que não gosta de mim. Ai, gente, tá tudo meu amor.
She needs to put a tiny
Eu gosto da minha vida.
tiny in. Oh, no. She should have them. No, it's a good amount.
Ai, eu acho que já tá bom esse tamanho. Gente, cadê o miojo?
See?
Gente.
But one time, this girl
Gente, eu vou
did it, she
passar
put it all the way up
e
to
depois
her
eu
ear.
volto que eu vou deixar pra ver como que ficou. Mano, se tiver TV real, nossa, minha vida, gente. E ficou uma verdadeira bosta. Pra mim, tá tipo assim, olha. Achei até melhor, ficou super alta. Eu tô muito puto. Gente, pelo amor de Deus, não faça isso em casa. Que tipo, a gente vai assumir pra ficar. Porque tem youtuber que corta e dá super certo. Mas olha, você vê como é que tá alto. Mas é moda usar alto. As pessoas usam. Mas eu não combino com essa moda. Eu queria tipo, que estivesse assim, mais ou menos, ó. Queria muito mais bonito. E mano, estuda minha alma. E não tem nem como eu consertar isso daqui. Porque tipo, você leva no salão de beleza. Não tem como eles cortarem daqui, não, mano. Parece que o tempo é abaixo, né? Eu tô muito triste, mas vamos ver. Ah, dá, mas tem que pegar.
She regrets that she cut it.
Com o pregador, olha, fica tudo cheio. Ai,
I'm just kidding.
gente, nossa, tô muito triste.
There's a problem on my head. I was about to comb my hair when, as soon as I put this friggin' brush inside, it got stuck.
I can't, like, it's not. You guys, this is bad. I've been trying to grow my hair out, and this is really gonna help. Clearly. I don't know what to do.
Yep, that just happened.
Later.
Okay. This is how I look now. No. Damn.
Agora é hora, gente. Eu não tô enxergando. Socorro. Já comecei a cortar. Eu cortei tudo errado, gente. Socorro. Falta um pouquinho. Mano, eu tô sentindo que eu fiz muita merda.
Well, she's saying something. Oh, look at her face.
What? I just found out who
Look at her face.
Eu não sei se eu cortei certo. Tá tudo torto, cara. Marcela! Tá torto. Tá tudo torto. Depois dessa conversa, deixa eu ver. Não, vira aqui, você tá gravando? Cadê minha mãe? Peraí. Deixa eu te filmar, deixa eu fazer. Você vai postar isso? Ai, tô toda feia, não tô nem maquiada. Oi, gente. Essa é a minha irmã, gente. Meu Deus, eu não acredito. Vai fazer o regarra. Isso é minha mãe.
Don't do the book by its cover.
Gente, minha irmã é youtuber. Eu chego em casa.
Like you want your tongue flatter. Oh! You want your tongue flatter. Oh! No. Don't judge a book by its cover. We're the books, and this is our cover. Don't
The
judge
Purple Mattress Raw Egg Test. Just to show we're really confident.
Jump.
Grandma, my phone is still on 100%.
And yes, it is a real egg.
No, I'm just gonna fall off.
If you guys really think I was gonna make a video on this, well, I am. Never judge a book by its cover. What is up, you guys? Vlad here, and welcome back to a brand new video. But in the end, there. But let's see what.
We don't want to hear.
Wait, did you really just think that I was about to put there? Stop clickbaiting, damn!
This challenge basically consists of people acting like they're not gonna do something, but in the end they end up doing it, and it's mostly like really stupid stuff. So this should be really interesting. Before we get into this video, if you guys want to head over to my social media, that would be really awesome, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys there. But let's see what this challenge is all about. Here we go.
This is all I see at my time. Like this trend was all fun and games, but like right now it's getting really irritating. Like that's
Awesome, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys there. But let's see what this challenge is all about. Here we go.
This is all I see at my time. Like this trend was all fun and games, but like right now it's getting really irritating. Like that shit really need to stop. Like stop trying to clickbait me, my nigga. I want to go to a video and I want to see a bitch cut off her hair. Stop clickbaiting. Damn, y'all getting on.
Did she say clickbait? Okay.
Goddamn nerves.
Oh, I thought she was gonna cut off her hair.
Wait, did you really just think that I was about to put this soap in my mouth?
No.
Well, you're right.
Oh, ew. Girl, you nasty. No, okay, guys, I don't use those, but I know how hot they get, and don't.
Did y'all really think I was gonna fucking play on my tongue?
Girl, you nasty. No, okay, guys, I don't use those, but I know how hot they get, and don't.
Did y'all really think I was gonna fucking play on my tongue?
Yeah?
I need to stop judging books by its cover. I actually just wanted to show y'all my dimple.
That's your dimple? Girl, that is the pit of hell. I'm joking, I don't want to be mean, but like that's
You think I was
really
gonna cut off
big
my
dimple.
hair? Well, you're wrong. Don't judge a book by its cover. Or anyone, for that matter. Just kidding.
Yo! These girls are wild. Please tell me there were extensions. Bro, this is crazy. Like, these people are actually cutting off their hair and everything. When you want a haircut but you're broke AF, I feel you. Where? Okay, that you don't need to cut off anymore, girl. It suits you perfectly as it is. You're good. No, why is she? Oh my god, she had really cute hair. Why is she doing this? Actually, this suits her really well.
Well, boys, you don't have to worry about anything because your hair's short. But girls with long hair, it gets hot. That's why I cut my hair. My hair used to be long, like to my legs.
fabulous. Girl, tell me about it. Do you guys ever have like your inner girl come out when you watch like really funny girls?
Did y'all really think I was about to eat this soap? Well, guess what? You're right.
Hold up, did you really think I was gonna shave my eyebrows?
No!
I mean, really, don't judge a book by its cover.
Cover. Bro, that was the cutest accent ever. What accent is that? Leave a comment down below.
Shave my eyebrow. Wait. Did you really think I was gonna shave my eyebrow?
No, but I really like your dreads.
Nah, man. Don't judge a book by its cover.
Bro, she's my type of girl.
Yeet.
No, you were cute. No, why did you do that?
Wait. Do you really think I was gonna eat that shaving cream? Well, you're right.
I'm shook.
You actually think I was gonna cut my hair?
Yeah, I actually think you're gonna
But
do
you're
it.
right.
Girls, why is everyone tripping so hard?
Eyebrows? Shave my eyebrows? But you were wrong. Don't ever judge a book by its cover.
That was too dramatic.
Oh, did you think I was gonna cut my hair? Well, you're wrong. Don't ever judge a book by its cover. Or anyone.
For that matter. Okay, Samantha?
Did you actually think I was gonna cut my hair? Well, I wasn't. Also, never judge a book by its cover.
She looks like that one cousin that always asks if you have games on your phone.
I shaved my eyebrow? No, you should never judge a book by its cover. My hair is stuck to the curtain. Y'all need to stop making the...
Is that lip gloss?
Did you really think I was gonna eat this lip gloss? Well, you're right.
Ew.
Wait, did you really think I was gonna cut my eyebrows?
No.
Well, cause you were wrong, cause my mama would beat my ass if she found out that I was doing this for me with another.
I relate to her so much. My mom would probably like slap the boy out of me if I ever did that.
Did you think I was gonna sing this movie? Well, you're wrong. Don't judge a book by its cover.
Damn, what a savage.
Oh, did you think I was gonna cut my hair? Cause you're right.
Tell me I'm not the only one that thinks she got like so much pleasure out of that.
Wait, did you actually think I was gonna cut my hair? Well, you're wrong. Never judge a book by its cover, or never judge somebody by the outside. Judge them by the inside.
How are you supposed to judge somebody by the inside? Like, do you have to get in?
I would never
Forget that.
I love my hair, and my mom will be very happy.
Good.
Bye.
Bye. See you next time. Oh my god, what is happening to our generation? Like, our parents and our grandparents had to dig holes and climb.
Frozen. Whoa.
Hello everyone. Is there anyone who doesn't love animals? We are absolutely sure that there are no such people among our viewers, but if you were thinking about domestic animals, just know that we won't be talking about them. In today's video, we'll tell you about wild animals, birds and fish, which for some bizarre reason ended up frozen in the ice. For some, this may seem a bit scary, so if you are very sensitive, we recommend you to move away from your screen. But keep in mind that the video is totally worth a look, even if just with one eye. So, without further ado, here are 7 frozen animals. Let's get it on. A fish frozen.
I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you don't think this is my computer, it is. My hands go on this front desk, and my keyboard is like down here. I could change it and pause it, and like see, I like to do here. I'm gonna pause it. Enjoy the video.
While eating another. Take a look at this interesting picture. This unusual sight was registered by the brothers Anton and Alexei Babbage during some winter fishing on Lake Wawasee in the US state of Indiana. the guys found a pike that was frozen in the ice with a fish in its teeth. Can you believe it? At first, they just took a picture of the fish and posted it online. However, the puzzled internet experts did not believe the brothers and claimed that the image was photoshopped. Then, the fishermen went back to the lake, found these fish again, and with a chainsaw cut out the piece of ice with them in it. They also recorded a video of the whole process so there would be no doubt left of the authenticity of the material. However, it is still unclear how the pike managed to freeze with a prey in its mouth. We can only imagine what happened there. Horses. What you're about to see now is really impressive. Once some policeman in Kazakhstan made an insane find in a lake located 12 kilometers from the village of Shidurti. Through the layer of ice of the lake, many frozen horses could be seen. The workers of a local collective farm would usually let the herd of horses graze freely. No one followed them closely because everyone knew that the animals would...
The poor horse was frozen. I need one of those camera thingies. I'm like sitting straight. I like sitting straight up. I like doing this.
There are two right-wing organizations that are dedicated to this aggressive...
Okay, let's get back to the video. Just let me do so I have to take my keyboard. Like there's this little sliding thingy that I have to do.
Okay, no problem.
Came and always returned to the pen unharmed. But one day, something went wrong and the horses didn't return home. At first, the local authorities suggested that a valuable loss could have simply been stolen to be sold. But the reason behind the disappearance of the 42 horses was found almost 6 months later. In the spring, during a routine inspection of the surrounding area, the police noticed the horses frozen to death in the ice-cold water. Seems to us that this is a very eerie and even a mystical sight. What do you think about it? Frog. This poor creature was photographed in the middle of a frozen Norwegian lake. Someone was skating in the area and noticed the frozen animal and just couldn't pass it by. The reason of why a frog was in the middle of the lake...
I'm gonna pause you, I gotta go get something. Okay, I'm back with some smoked oysters. You can't see them because I don't have the light on. Don't like the light on.
Lake remains a mystery, but a version says that it might have been heading for its last pairing. But this was in the middle of the winter when all the other frogs are hibernating. However, it seems to us that things here are not so tragic as it may look like. As you probably know, these cold-blooded animals do not die from freezing, so the little frog has every chance to come back to life and be just fine. That is, of course, if no compassionate Norwegians try to dig it out of the ice and accidentally break it or something. Seagull. On February the 7th, 2013, water police officers of the port city of Duisburg in Germany were patrolling on a boat when they noticed a motionless seagull sitting on an ice floe. When the ship came closer to the piece of ice, the seagull clearly became agitated, but it didn't fly away, which seemed very strange to the policemen. When they took a closer look, they realized that the lower part of the body of the gull and the tips of its wings were frozen. There was nothing to do but come to the rescue of the poor creature. The patrollers cut off a small piece of the ice floe where the bird was and headed to the workshop for the maintenance of ships. There they started to warm up the seagull. After a few hours, the ice melted and the bird was set free. They then fed it and even called a vet. This is one of those interesting cases where the attention and compassion of humans save the life of a small creature. Fishes in a wave. This strange phenomenon took place in March 2016 off the coast of a lake in the United States. Along the coastline of the pond, the ice froze in the middle of the air with dozens of fish in it. It seems that the fish were trying to jump away but were frozen mid-flight after being caught by an ice wave. We wonder how did they all get there? When the cold comes, a thick layer of ice forms on the surface of the lake. It blocks the sun rays, and because of this, the underwater plants stop producing oxygen. As it turns out, all these fish were probably choking with the lack of oxygen and surfaced. And then the wind took care of the rest and began to move the ice. Then it somehow turns the mixture of frozen water and fish into what we see in the photo. By the way, this easy prey instantly attracted a lot of eagles, gulls and ravens, which were very happy with the whole situation. Cat. This touching story took place in the Russian town of Zlatoust. Somehow the cat could be miraculously saved after being a victim of an ice trap. The animal was discovered by a couple in the first hours of the day under a car near one of the houses. As soon as they noticed the poor creature, they immediately launched a rescue operation. It took several buckets of hot water to release the cat. The animal could not move its paws and cried very loudly. Fortunately, the rescuers did everything possible and the animal was released. But you're probably worried about the health of the cat after this, aren't you? Everything turned out to be as good as possible. The animal started walking that same evening, and 3 days later, he found a new home. Fox. Unfortunately, this creature was not as lucky as the cat we just showed you. These photos were published on the internet with the following caption: the Serbian version of the cartoon Ice Age. Perhaps the author tried to make a joke, but we don't see how this can be funny. Since the appearance of these creatures, it is still unclear if this was a real animal or if the photographer just froze a doll in the lake to create this effect. We can only hope that the fox is simply not lucky and that it fell into this trap itself, and that no humans had anything to do with this. No matter how it was, we feel very sorry for this creature that fell into the trap of Mother Nature. If you do too, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and if you've seen something like this in real life, be sure to tell us in the comments below.
What will be if we wrap you round and round with Scotch tape? Throw the whole package into a microwave oven. Roast it quite well. Feed that to a giant hungry whale. After that, drown you in the ocean, then bury you alive. Send you into space, and then let you drop back down to Earth straight to the bottom of the Mariana Trench. How about this? There's no time to explain.
7 people who got stuck. That's a painting.
In 6 days, they not only defended their territory,
I'm just kidding,
but also expanded it to more than twice its pre-war size, including occupying the West Bank.
Hello everybody! Have you heard someone saying that if a cat can put its head in somewhere, then it means the rest of its body will pass through too? Well, unfortunately that doesn't usually work with humans, at least not always. We hope you don't suffer from claustrophobia, because we're going to show you 7 incredible places where people got trapped. Let's get it on. Teddy picker. If you remember your childhood, or if you still feel like a child on the inside, then you can imagine how children get excited when they see these machines. We're sure you've tried to get a teddy bear out of a machine like this at least once in your life, but this 3-year-old Irish boy thought he was smarter than the other kids, and decided to use a simpler method to get the toys out. The little one entered the machine through the hole where the toys come out, and the little thief spent about 10 minutes inside until someone convinced him to get out. The most surprising thing is that the father of the child was not at all surprised by his son's behaviour. Well, who knows? Probably wasn't the first time. Traffic cone. Don't you think traffic cones look like magician's hats? They really have something magical, a fantastic look. They're only missing a few bright little stars, and it looks like this man thought the same thing when he decided to put this plastic cone on his head. Unfortunately, nothing fantastic happened. The huge plastic cone reached his shoulders and it got stuck there. The incident took place in broad daylight in the city centre, but still the man had to wait more than 2 hours with the cone on his head until someone called the police. Cement bin. We've all seen movies where mobsters use horrific cement bins like this, but it turns out you don't have to be a victim of gangsters to get caught up in this stuff. You can just be a worker who entered the cement bin when he shouldn't have. The poor man only wanted to put some order after work, but the remains of concrete petrified around his feet. It took rescue workers more than 2 hours to free the poor worker. Bathroom. Dropping the phone in the toilet is one of the most embarrassing and annoying situations in
It's been 1 hour and my phone's about to die.
life, but a young Norwegian, Cato Bernstein Larsen, proved that things could get even worse. On one occasion, it's one of the most petrified around his feet. It took rescue workers more than 2 hours to free the poor worker. Bathroom. Dropping the phone in the toilet is one of the most embarrassing and annoying situations in life, but a young Norwegian, Cato Bernstein Larsen, proved that things could get even worse. On one occasion, one of his friends lost his phone in a public toilet, and our hero decided to help him. But when he got inside the unit, the poor Norwegian got trapped. In addition, it was one of those toilets that don't have a canalization and are cleaned only once a day. It was, well, you can imagine. When the rescuers pulled Larsen out, he claimed it was the worst experience of his life. In our opinion, he's not overreacting. Washing machine. In many cases, to surprise our lovers, we're willing to do very interesting things, but we don't recommend you to try to hide yourself in the washing machine, unless your name is Harry and your last name is Houdini, of course. An Australian boy from the Melbourne suburbs decided to get naked and get inside a washing machine with the entry on top. This, according to the man, to surprise his girlfriend, something he did not achieve since he got trapped inside. Getting the romantic young man out took the help of a group of rescuers and huge amounts of olive oil. We don't know what our hero's girlfriend's reaction was, but hardly a feat of this kind can be considered surprising. Children's swing. You've probably seen some special swings for kids in the park, haven't you? Well, if your friends ever challenge you to use them, we advise you not to. This way you won't suffer like this man from the city of Vallejo. This cunning human being got into the small swing using liquid soap, but it was impossible for him to get out again. As in these situations, instead of lending him a hand, the man's friends just laughed at him and abandoned him to his fate for an entire night. Salvation came 9 hours later, when one of the park guards on his morning inspection heard the man's cries for help. This story was published in the local media, assuring that the man received minor trauma and possibly a new phobia of swings. Fireplace. It's hard to believe, but there are people in the world who have tried to imitate Santa Claus and get inside the house through the fireplace. This, regardless of not having a festive look, a red costume, and not even a little Christmas magic. That's probably why it all ended not very well. For example, at the end of 2016, a man from the state of Arizona discovered that he had forgotten his house keys and the door had closed behind him. Instead of calling an expert to open the lock, the man decided to show some courage and try to get into the house through the fireplace. The result, of course, was not the best. Although this unusual Santa was able to see the fireplace exit, at the last minute he got trapped and rescuers had to take him out from above. Now tell us if you've ever been trapped somewhere odd. Share your story in the comments and don't forget to give us a like. Guys, it's time to recharge your brain. Visit the channel Brain Time. There you'll find a lot of interesting and useful facts, lots of positive energy and tons of useful information. Subscribe right now. We promise it's going to be really exciting. Thanks for watching. Please like.
Hello there. Are you sleeping on a Nectar mattress or are you sleeping on a piece of garbage? Not sure? Simply ask your brain.
Hello folks, we all have our own unique features. The shape of our ears, the colour of our eyes or hair, moles, scars and other things. Take a look at these giants, let's get it on. Sultan Kösen. Sultan Kösen was born in 1982 in the Turkish province of Mardin. Perhaps the world would never have known about this man if it weren't for his height, which made him really stand out from the crowd. Thanks to it, in August 2009, Kösen got in the famous Guinness Book of Records as the tallest man in the world. He was 247 centimeters tall. It's known that until the age of 10, Sultan grew up as an ordinary boy and didn't stand out in any way. But a tumour of the pituitary gland led to the development of a rare disease, acromegaly. At first, Sultan outgrew all of his peers, then his older mates, but he still didn't stop there. However, for a while the boy was okay with that, and even successfully played basketball. But it soon became clear that the growth process wasn't going to stop, and because of this, it became really difficult for Sultan to walk around. In the end, doctors managed to influence the body of the record holder, and he stopped growing. Nevertheless, because of problems with growth, Sultan couldn't finish school, and he didn't become a professional, but he entered the Guinness Book twice. His second record is the largest pair of hands in the world. Igor Vovkovinsky. Igor's family moved from Ukraine to the US when the boy was only 6 years old, but his height was already 180 centimeters. The parents hoped that US doctors would be able to understand what was happening to their son, and their hopes were fulfilled, but it turned out that this height was a sign of a brain disease. A tumor was pressing on the pituitary gland, causing increased release of the growth hormone. This process is still going on as well. Igor is still growing, and he's already reached 235 centimeters, which is more than impressive. Of course, this height creates a lot of problems for the guy, especially with clothes and shoes that have to be tailor-made. However, there is also a benefit. The memorable appearance helped the guy to get a number of roles in commercials and movies. He even performed at the Eurovision Song Contest in 2013 as part of the Ukrainian team, though he didn't sing, but merely portrayed a good-natured giant. Also, he holds the title of the tallest man in the US. However, that doesn't prevent the giant from getting an education. Igor is studying law. Rajesh Kumar. In the city of Gurgaon, in the Indian state of Haryana, a 2.25-meter policeman patrols the roads. Perhaps even the most notorious infringer wouldn't ignore the orders of this cop. Rajesh Kumar looks really impressive, although passers-by stop sometimes to take a couple of selfies and at the same time to chat with this giant of the law. By the way, despite his height, Kumar only occupies the 3rd place in the list of the tallest people in India. Mali Dwangdi. Mali, the tallest girl on the planet, always stood out from her peers and was bigger than them. At the age of 9, the reason of this condition was found. Like the other people in our video, she had a brain tumor. It also messed with the sight of Mali, which is very upsetting. However, after finishing school, it became much easier for Dwangdi to live. According to Mali herself, she was bullied by other children and was very worried about this. Now Mali spends most of her time at home, where she helps her parents with cleaning, cooking, and taking care of her 3-year-old sister. But the most surprising thing is that, despite the huge height of the girl and incredible physical strength, the parents are very worried about Mali. Robert Bobrovsky. Robert's father, a former basketball...
This is your brain when you enjoy a sweet night's sleep on a Nectar mattress. This is your brain when you sleep on a regular mattress. While Nectar Mattresses' unique technology provides you with a good and solid sleep, which is much needed.
Player of the Romanian national team, began to teach basketball to his son when he was only 5. At 12, Robert has already outgrown his dad and has been the subject of numerous medical studies. At first, the doctors were sure that the boy had a strong hormonal imbalance, but later they decided it was just genetics. The guy really has someone to take after. His dad is 216 centimeters tall, and his mum is 183. At 14, Robert was noticed by an Italian basketball club, and the boy moved to Italy, where he trained according to a developed program, and this has borne fruit. The head of the basketball academy from the US Olympic Training Center, Bobby Bossman, noticed him playing. After the negotiations, Robert moved to Ohio and became part of a new university team. Now the giant leads the life of an ordinary student. He studies, knows 5 languages, lives on campus, and trains a lot to achieve his main dream, getting into the NBA. And you know, it seems that he has every chance to succeed. Yekaterina Lesina. Russian Yekaterina Lesina was included in the Guinness Book of Records 2018. She's currently the tallest model and the owner of the longest legs in the world. The height of the girl is 205.74 centimeters, and the length of her legs reaches 113 centimeters. Earlier, Yekaterina played for the leading basketball clubs of the country and achieved good results. She became a silver medalist at the 2006 World Championships, 2007 European champion, and bronze medalist at the 2008 Olympics in Beijing. In 2014, Lesina finished her sports career in order to spend more time with her family. According to Yekaterina, she inherited the height from her parents. Her father's 198 centimeters tall and her mother 188, but the girl outgrew them both and passed the 2-meter mark. When she walks down the street on her heels, passers-by turn around to see her, which is very pleasing to Yekaterina. Despite the problems that her height can cause in ordinary life, Lucina admits that as a child she was terribly ashamed of her height. Everything changed only when the girl started to play basketball. She realized that it's an advantage, not a flaw, and eventually she managed to turn it into a world record as well. Brahim Takiullah. The first thing that people notice when they look at Brahim Takiullah is not the size of his feet, although he does hold the record for the length of his feet. We agree, Brahim's feet are really huge, but this man's height reaches 2 meters and 46 centimeters. It's difficult for him to stand in his own small apartment. He hardly fits in a taxi, and he can't pass unnoticed on the street. To move around freely, the giant has to wear special orthopedic shoes that support his weight. It all began when he was in his teens, when in 1 year Brahim grew a whole meter. Doctors conducted their research and soon found out that the reason for this behavior of this body is a rare disease known as acromegaly. Well, as you know, this isn't uncommon among giants like Brahim. Today, the man lives in Paris, and despite the problems caused by his huge height, he feels quite comfortable. He says his sense of humor helps him to cope with it. Morteza Mirzad Selakjani. The tallest man in Iran, Morteza Mirzad Selakjani, plays for a successful...
I bet you all of these people need tablets for their phones.
And you loop it in with the trigger system right there. Make sure to keep your hands clear. This would instantly break fingers. And you have a safety catch you can use. So you want to make sure that's off when you want to catch animals.
Where is it at?
I'm here to prove that Purple Mattress blows memory foam out of the bedroom. Only Purple passes the durability test. Body...
Hello and welcome back to the most amazing top 10 channel on the internet. I'm your host Rebecca Felgate, and today we're talking about the top 10 scary paintings that moved. Paintings are an art form that stem back thousands of years, and they've always held a certain degree of mystery. A lot of people report phenomenon like paintings watching them or moving in their frames, like in Harry Potter. Shout out to the fat lady and all my fellow Potterheads, especially the Slytherins. My family had a painting, in fact they still do. It's a copy of something called La Fumiere, and me and my sister were really scared of him. He's like an old French dude chomping on a pipe. I always felt like he was watching me no matter where I was, and I did not like sleeping in the lounge when we were having sleepovers because he freaked me out. Let me know if you've ever been scared by a painting in the comments section down below. Also, if you guys want to connect with me on social media, the link to my Instagram is in the description box. Also, while you're down there, why don't you leave a thumbs up on this video and share it with a friend. Alright, paintings, what you got for us? Coming in at number 10, we have the Virgin Mary lip syncing. This is absolutely insane. In 2015, parishioners at the St. Charles Church in Sydney, Australia got a shock when they reported seeing the lips of Virgin Mary move in sync with the Lord's Prayer. For those skeptical, 2 churchgoers actually filmed the incident. The painting hangs above the church altar and is thought to have come from the Middle East. Footage filmed by young Catholic Christian curers was uploaded to YouTube, and I have to say it really does look like the Virgin Mary's mouth is moving. It also looks like Christ's hand moves at one point too. Kristen spoke to the press and said, "I believe it was a miracle and not just lighting, because we all saw it at the same time and because her lips..."
You know that phone is on 100%.
Hey guys, does my wig look okay? Alright, before we start, let's talk a little bit about my hair. So my hair was already dirty. I put it in a ponytail. I went in the pool. It got all wet. I didn't wash it after. And then it got all like curly and crunchy and just piecey and greasy and musty and crusty. And then I took a nap. And I sat in front of the camera right now. I'm like, that's not gonna work. Time to bust out a weave. And by weave, I mean $20 Amazon wig. I mean, if I didn't say anything, would y'all have really noticed? It was either this or the pink. But anyway, so today's video, every single time I've been going on Instagram, I've been seeing an ad for this ice cream. And I've been thinking about it, like, should I buy these ice creams? And then, you know, when you hold your phone up to your ears, it like sends brain waves of what you're thinking to your phone. That's when they know they got you. So they keep putting the ad on Instagram until you buy it. Because, you know, brainwaves sent to your phone. I always thought you were safe inside your head, but I guess not. So, we're gonna give in. We're going to buy the ice cream, if I can find an ad of it. Let's see. Alright, here's my Instagram feed. We got some carrots. Okay, I found it. Here it is. Okay, time to scoot on over to the desktop. Alright, they're called Dream Pop. This is not sponsored. If if you're watching this after, you should sponsor me because it's ice cream, and who wouldn't want to be sponsored by ice cream? Anywho, oh my god, so when I clicked on this, I was like, ooh, they're advertising ice cream. It's like a fancy ice cream with fancy flavors, and they're in a cute pyramid shape. How much could it cost? Like, maybe $10 for a pack? No, $45! These motherfuckers charge you $45 for a pack of popsicles. I have some high expectations for these. These gotta be the best damn popsicles I ever had. And they look pretty small too. So they got a jackfruit passion fruit flavor. I don't really like jackfruit. Ooh, chocolate lion's mane mushroom. Mushroom and chocolate. Okay, I'm gonna try these. Berry dreams. Rosemary mango. Ooh, coconut latte. That's coconut vanilla coffee. That sounds delicious. Oh, matcha vanilla. See, that's the reason I wanted to buy it, because that sounds delicious. That sounds the best. Alright, so I'm gonna buy the variety pack, which costs the same as a pack of them. So you get 10 tiny ass popsicles. How big are these? These look like they're like 2 inches. I'm literally gonna eat these in 2 bites. Okay, at least there's free shipping, because shipping would have really killed it. I think that's the big part of it. If you're shipping something like food or frozen or cold, they charge a lot for the shipping. So I think they spend probably like at least $10 in shipping. So let's check out. I'm going to buy them and we're going to eat them. Oh, show me my cheese. I just ate a cupcake. Alright, so this is the glorious carton box container of ice cream that I got for $45. It's just really a shame with the one that melted the chocolate, but I'm gonna take them out. I got my leg. Alright, so these popsicles came in a huge box. Here they are right now. They came melted. I mean, it's just really this one that's very melted. I want a refund. That's $4.50 right there. Hey, it's not yours. But look at this box. It had like dry ice in it and everything. It came with a nutrition sheet. Oh no. Yeah, there's just dry ice in here. It's still cold. I'm gonna cheat and eat one right now, just because that one's struggling to survive. Let me just put it out of its misery. I'm trying to, oh, okay, here we go. Oh no. So, those 3 are stuck. These are tiny. Here's my finger for comparison. Literally 3 bites. $4.50 a pop. Oh! Oh. Well, okay. It tastes just like chocolate. Yep, that's definitely chocolate. Maybe a little coconut in there. No, this is chocolate. It's literally poison. You can't. No. So what I like about these are the ingredients. They're made with pretty good ingredients, not made of. What is this flavor? Most of these look the same. Oh, that's because they are. Whoa, that's really hard. I can't even bite it. It tastes like coffee though. Okay, there we go. We got a bite in. What flavor is this? Coconut latte. It's gotta be the coconut latte. Wait. How come on the site? What is it? Random? Alright, so on the site it shows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different flavors. 6 different flavors in the variety pack. These look the same. All 3 of these look exactly the same, so I think they're the same flavor. I didn't get any of the fruity ones. They gave me 3 of the same flavor. Looking at the picture, you're supposed to get 6 different flavors. What the hell is this? Okay, I'm really annoyed. This is the berry one. These are really hard. Obviously, it's ice cream that's been in the freezer. I just took it out of the freezer, so like I'm not gonna hold that against them and be like, oh, why this little hard ice cream for? Might as well eat a rock. This is actually really good. It tastes just like strawberries. Like if I mashed up some strawberries, it doesn't taste like that artificial syrupy strawberry flavor. This is pretty good. I'm really bummed that they gave me 3 of the coconut lattes, which are absolutely terrible. I really don't like them. It just does not taste good. It's weird. They gave me 1 chocolate, 3 coconut lattes, 3 berries, and then 3 matcha. This is the whole reason I wanted to get these, because of the vanilla matcha or whatever.
Look how is charging right now.
Whoa. The matcha flavor is really strong. I feel like it overpowers anything else. It's kind of like, you know, that toasted matcha flavor. I don't know. Overall, I don't really like these. I fucking love ice cream. flavors that were supposed to be in here. Unfortunately, I was just unlucky with this one. I didn't know that they were random flavors. I thought it was a variety pack, like to try all the flavors, not just 4 flavors. I got 4 flavors. There's like, I just happened to be shocking. Not that I haven't seen anybody make a video on this or anything. Like, this was extremely disappointing. I mean, the only reason I could see these being, like, worth it or somebody buying these is if Elon Musk is having, like, a really fancy party and he wants, like, mini ice creams. He would probably buy these, but realistically, anybody else, like, just go buy something in Ben & Jerry's. Cut up the carton or something. I don't know. Anything would be better than these. I'm not crazy on berry ice cream, but the berry one was actually the best by far. Just because of how real it tasted, didn't taste artificial or anything, but everything else is just extremely disappointing. And I love ice cream, and I love healthy shit, so it sucks. But yeah, I just wanted to give my honest review on this. As you can tell, it is very honest, no bullshit from me. Because you're not getting paid. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want me to review anything else, comment below, let me know. I read all your comments. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed, make sure you leave a like.
You guys should watch all of my videos and you guys should subscribe, finally. My breast is so bad. Okay. But let's play a little Roblox.
Hey guys, here I am back on this channel. Maybe I'll stay. Maybe I'll.
I wanna whoop, 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 and I'm broken hearted. Bop, 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 and I like to party. Other goes in. No, don't, no service. We will contact you. We're at a library. Take a screenshot. Okay, now we go to camera. Come, there's an ad on me. What the heck is happening? So, what's these? Oh. No. No. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to. Ta-da! I changed it. They could barely see anything. It's too light. I'll change it again.
What time are you guys leaving?